Well, Trish, let it snow. Let it
Let
snow.
it snow.
It is freezing cold
let
here.
it warm up. What is it?
Let it warm up, please.
-28?
Minus 28 with wind chill here in Edmonton. I hope it's warmer wherever you are. We are freezing here in Alberta. But we're going to have some fun. We're going to warm ourselves up by doing some super fun stuff here. Welcome all. I'm so excited about the session because it's making something intimidating into something super, super fun. And just over lunch, I was turning our cool that makes a wacky sentence into a haiku generator. So I thought, hey, I bet you that would work too. And it did. I'm so excited to share some of this cool stuff. So, teachers, if you would like to have this presentation, so you can move at your own pace, you could always grab that link right there, the cc.page Excel fun. That is this lovely, awesome deck here. So this PowerPoint where you can always go through at your own pace and you can follow up and do those sort of things. So here we are, the last week before Christmas. I'm Darren, and I'm a technology integration facilitator. I'm in Alberta, in Edmonton, and I work with about 13,000 teachers and students just south of Edmonton, actually. And I do this fun job of coding and doing googly things, doing Microsoft things, doing Excel, doing fun technology things with students on their computers. And my bestie is Trish. She is here. Hey, T.
Hello, 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 everybody. Yeah, I'm Trish, and I'm a teacher and a technology consultant here in Edmonton as well. I work in 96 schools working with teachers and students doing everything from makerspaces, coding and robotics, lots of computer science this month for Hour of Code, but anything technology to make teaching and learning awesome. So I'm very excited to be here because I am a sheet geek. I love working with sheets. And like you said, we're going to make it fun and not scary.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was coding tons with microbits this week. Those microbits are super, super great and fun. We always acknowledge that we are on these traditional territories. And I'm in Amiskwaciwaskagan, which is Cree for Edmonton, which is the land of the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Dene, Nakota Sioux, and Métis people. And we'd like to acknowledge that these traditional knowledge holders have been here for thousands of years, and they're still with us today as stewards of our land and water in Alberta. And we're grateful for that and acknowledge that we're on those lands. I know some people are in Ontario, might be Haudenosaunee or other places. And we are consultants with Cobblestone Collective. So we will do our day jobs, but we also come and we love spreading the cheer, the Christmas cheer with you through Cobblestone Collective, through these awesome things. And today this is provided by Microsoft. So we are super appreciative that Microsoft has provided this as a free, fun, awesome activity to learn about Microsoft in Excel and Sheets. So we are so pumped to get going.
I love it.
So what we'd really want to do, Trish, is just, I find Excel and it can be intimidating, right? We don't know about it, or we've never opened it up. So we want to get in there and we'll play around. Trish is going to show you some amazing things that you can do. It's like the cheat. It's like the thing that'll do everything for you. It's like, hey, you want to add this stuff up? It'll do it for you. You want to change the formatting into something that's much more manageable? It'll do that for you. Yeah. So it does so many things. But what we're really going to focus on is making an awesome, super fun Mad Libs crazy sentence generator. And we did this morning, and I'm telling you, people, it was so much fun. And the sentences students created were just fantastic. So we're going to learn about Excel. We're going to learn about how to follow along with what we're doing right now, which is a skill in and of itself. And then parts of speech and doing some super, super awesome sentences. Remember, as we're opening things up, as we're making files go, your class might not be exactly at our pace. And you control the wait time, you control your class with those pause buttons, right? So if you are finding like students are frustrated, or you want to spend more time on a section or have more of a conversation, do so. Pause, hold off, get stuff going. But we're very happy if you're with us live and we're in there, because we do have an awesome answer form.
Yes.
So one of the first things you can do is we can go to thecc.page/answer1. And that is a link, I believe, on the watch page that you have there. Just, I think it's above our video or above the form. So you got that form actually built in right there. So let's go. All you need to do, new tab, type that into your browser, thecc.page/answers. And that takes you to just a super awesome little spreadsheet or a form where you can just tell us your name and what are we asking our first question there,
Well,
T?
we can give, so we love giving shout outs. So, tell us about your class, tell us your school name, your class name. We'd love to be able to give you a shout out. We also really love dad jokes. We think they're fantastic and we love smiling and having fun. So send us those our way as well. And we're really excited to get started today in getting to know you. This form is also going to be how you can talk to us. So it's a great way to ask questions, and we're going to be asking you information as well to help us create our own Mad Libs as we're getting going. So feel free to open up that form, get those answers in there, say hello to us. But we have a really exciting afternoon planned. I was like, what time in the day is it? Wherever you're from, planned 1 hour to just really dig into sheets and being able to use that Excel sheet. It's also called a workbook, but making sure that we're not intimidated by all of those cells and rows.
St. Andrews in the house. Natalie and Matthew, first two. Thank you. Great job.
Love it. Hello, welcome. That's fantastic. So we hope we can have a lot of fun this morning. This is so great. We've already got Jiz here from Thorndale. We get a little joke. Darren, why did the cow cross the road? Daniel wants to know, why did the cow get across the road?
Why is that, T?
Well, to get to the other side, or maybe to the movies.
Great. Omisha in grade 3. I'm so excited. Grade 3 students, Dazel, Nolan. And I love that Dazel has told us I've used Excel once. So that's very helpful to know. Like we just want you to get comfortable. That's what we're doing. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to show you some of the fun things that you can do. And
absolutely.
That I love that it can automate and kind of cheat a little bit. Emily from St. Andrews is with us. Go ahead.
Love it. This is great. So welcome, friends. We are going to be showing you some amazing things that we can do. And what we want to start with is we want to give you a bit of a playground. We want you to have a safe space. You don't have to be scared to wreck anything today. Don't be scared to click, to drag, to try. That's the big part about this. I find even most grown-ups are scared of workbooks. They're scared of Excel. And we're going to break down that fear today by having some fun. So the first step, and I swear this is the hardest step, is you're going to make a copy of our workbook. And so we have a short link for you to be able to go to. You want to go to the cc.page/sheetgeek. We're going to give a little second here. This might be a fantastic place, teachers, students. This is a great place to pause the video. Then making sure everybody in your class were you able to make a copy. Now I'm going to show you 2 ways that my Excel looks like, because it depends if you're opening up in the browser or if you're opening it up with the program. I'm working on a Windows machine today, and so I have a program that I use, my full install program. Some students are using their Chromebooks, and so you're using your Microsoft 365 in the browser. So it's really important to just know whenever you get to that cc.page/sheetgeek, what you're going to be looking for is this is what it looks like in the browser. So I can see that there is an Excel sheet that you are only allowed to view. And so you would say File, Save As, or Download, and make your own copy. That's really important.
Super great. So T, we have Connor's given us a joke. Jess is in there. Nolan, Mia, Zainab, Daniel, and Connor. Thank you. Connor's in grade 2. I'm so proud of you for doing this in grade 2.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do what you did, Trish. I'm gonna go to my browser and I'm typing in the cc.page/sheetgeek and pressing enter. And I've got this browser version. And you said if I'm on my Windows machine, this opens right here. File, Save As, and that'll get me the copy that I can open from
you got it.
My
so
machine.
You're going to need to be able to open it, and then you have to save that copy. So that's really important, being able to make that copy, save that copy, so that you can work with us. So again, so important that we don't want anyone to feel frustrated or fall behind. This is the most important part of the video, to pause for your class. If you don't have it open, if it's not working for you yet, remember that patience. You're just typing in that link. It will allow you to be in viewing a file. I put mine back to viewing. I'm viewing this file. And then, of course, I can say file and save as. So give that a try, and we will see how all of this works. And maybe I'll play around with mine in the browser today. I do have that install version. So if you can see it's slightly different. The menu looks a little bit different. There's a little bit more of that ribbon space on top. And so just give yourself some patience. Like I said, opening up and downloading this file, I swear, is the hardest part. It's hard to make copies of things, but teachers, definitely, even if it's you making that copy, and you can even distribute it to your class however you typically hand out digital materials.
Absolutely. I love that you've made that link for us, Trish, the Sheet Geek. You open it up, file save as, and even if you're on a Chromebook, you could open that up in Drive and Excel files. You can still edit there. So that's really great. I can see everyone's doing that. So can you kind of give us a little tour? What we have here is just a sheet, and it's open and it's filled with these squares.
Yeah, it can look a little funny when you're first opening up Excel. So Excel are called workbooks. We also call them spreadsheets, but in Excel, we call them books. And so one of the things you're going to notice if you look along the bottom, I have tabs, kind of like a binder. And so I'm able to name the different tabs. And I'm able to even change the color. It's a great way for me to be able to find things. And so you can go ahead and just kind of click through and almost like just look at some of these different tabs. If you ever right click on one of the tabs, and remember on a Chromebook, that 2-finger tap in the middle of your trackpad, or of course, right click on your mouse or trackpad for a PC, you'll see that you can actually even rename or change a tab color, which is very handy when you're trying to organize yourselves. When we're looking at a workbook, one of the things to note is we have columns that go up and down across the top, and they all have alphabet letters. So A, B, C, all the way through. And then going across, we have rows going all the way down, starting with number 1 and moving down. And so we can start to pinpoint where we are in a book. So I invite everyone to see if you can find E8 and click your mouse inside of E8. See if you can find the row, find the column, line it all up. Can you click there? Because it's good to be able to identify. We have to identify individual cells. You're going to see as we're starting to learn to maybe do things like create a formula or to do something, an action with one of those cells. So give that a try. Take a little look around and start to look at those different cells. You'll also notice when you're clicking around, it will identify the cell. In the top left-hand corner, it's called the name box. And so you'll see the name of the cell that you're currently working on in that name box as you're clicking around as well.
Perfect. So you're in C8 right now.
Exactly. In C8 right now, I can see that, and I can start to make some things happen.
Yeah. And what happens, Trish, if you select more than one box? If you like do a drag, it's going to, it'll show you.
It'll show me where I started. It'll still show me where I started. Cool. That's right. So now that we've got a little bit of that tour, this really is our playground. That's why it's called Sheet Geek Practice, because we have the opportunity right now to practice and not feel scared if something messes up. Because this is a safe place to work. And if I were to do something like type my name, and let's say, maybe if I can spell my name right, if I was to type my name, one of the things that I really love is the undo button right in that very tippy top of the left-hand side of your workbook. You can see undo, or even Control Z will change and it'll undo what you just did. So don't feel frustrated as we're moving forward, but I feel like we're ready to flex those technology muscles. What do you think, Darren? Should we try a few things together?
Absolutely.
Excel tips and tricks?
So we're going to get in here. We're in the shallow end. We're just going to get used to this little pool here. And then we're going to go to the deep end and we're going to make a super awesome wacky sentence generator. And I think you're really going to love it. So let's say you've got all these numbers, and let's say we want to add numbers together. What are we going to do there?
Well, that's one of the really cool things about Excel is it can do the math for us, and it can do very complicated math. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a formula. Now, formulas are used for more than just math in Excel. Formulas allow actions and things to happen, which you're about to see with our Mad Libs. We will want to learn what it's like to create a formula and create an action of addition inside of our sheet. So help us as I'm showing you this. Let us know in our form. Are you ready? Are you ready to rock? Are you got this open? Are you feeling good? Throw it in our form for us so that we know you are ready. And we're going to go ahead and start showing you some of these tips and tricks.
Yeah. And Trish, we don't have to follow along and do every single thing you're doing. You're kind of showing, but if you want to play around, this is our playground.
Yep.
And we're going to play and we're going to do some other stuff. So don't feel like you're lost. Just see what Trish is doing. See if you can do some of the things. Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. So one of the things you'll notice, Darren, in my A column, I've made a list of numbers, some things that we want to sum. Sum is that addition word. And so if I was to just click in A2 where it says 34, I've selected that cell. But something I can do is if I click and drag my mouse, selecting all those cells, it does some super secret on the spot math for me. In the bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to see, whoa, it listed a sum and a count and even an average. It's like, oh, hey, just at a glance, you selected these numbers and I've just added them all up for you.
So what if I just wanted 34 plus 25?
Well, then I could just select those two and it would add it up for me in the bottom. So, but I also want to be able to create formulas so that I can use those numbers over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to show you how we can create that. Now you can see in H1, I've left a cell available for you to put your formula in. So you can select H1. And what we're going to do is we're going to locate the equals key on our keyboard. And as soon as I type in equals, it activated my function bar right above all my cells. And you notice it even already said, oh, hey, do you want to do a sum? Notice you might probably want to do a sum, but you can choose.
So helpful.
That's right. It's got.
Hey, what you doing? I noticed there's some numbers. You want to add them?
So you can change that. But what it does is it's like, okay, so what cells do you want to add together? Instead of typing the numbers, we're indicating the cells we want to add together. Now, I don't want to type. I just want to select. So just like I did before, when I was just doing that quick little at a glance addition, I'm going to just select those numbers. And it says A2 to A7. I'm going to say, okay. And it's going to put in this number for me. And if I go and I change any of those numbers, you're going to see that my sum changes with it. I don't have to keep recreating it because I've already put it in. And if I was to click on H1 again and look up in the top in that formula bar, you can see exactly what you created. You said in the cell of H1, I want you to create a sum, and it says equals sum bracket A2 colon to A7 bracket. That's a formula. And so now I was able to put in that formula, and that is always going to work in that cell. Even if I go ahead and I change numbers, it's going to keep changing and doing that math for me. And it's such a neat way to have that ongoing formula keep working and working and working.
So like if you had a full page of 2-digit by 2-digit addition, you can make a little formula, change the numbers, and just get all your answers like the fastest calculator in the world.
Fastest calculator ever. We can do averages and we can do quotients and we can do money and we can do time. There's so many ways that we can create a formula so something happens. And so I know I get asked a lot, how many students did Hour of Code, Trish? I could be like, just open up my sheet. Yes, I can tell you right away because my formula always works every time I enter in a new classroom. So such a fun way. I hope we're having fun making some sums and you're putting in that formula. Let us know how you're doing in the form. If you managed to make the sum work, let us know so we can give you a shout out, whether that's your whole class or whether that's you. Let us know how you're doing. We're going to keep having more fun.
And if you're not thrilled yet, don't worry. We're going to have some awesome sentences.
But it's, you know what's really important is to not be scared of Excel and to learn some of these little basics. Otherwise, we just use the Mad Libs and we don't understand the computer science behind it. So we want to be able to try that. So
okay, cool. So we got some pets.
We've got some pets. Listen, I love animals. I basically have a little mini zoo here at my house. I've got backyard chickens. I've got backyard beehives. I've got cats running around the house probably right now somewhere. So we want to be able to keep track of pets. We want to visualize some data. And often we need to try to put it in a chart or a graph. But you know what? Excel gets to do that for me. That's what's so exciting. And so we're in need a little bit of help from you. And we can see some of our friends who paused the video previously. They're in, they're ready to rock. We got
Mia's in, Connor's in.
This is great. This is great. And so keep going with that. We're going to keep going, but we need a little bit of help from you. And what I'm looking for is we want some audience feedback in the chat. Let us know. Do you prefer a dog, a cat, a chicken, or a fish for a pet? Throw that in the chat and throw that in our forum. And Darren's going to do some visual math for me so that I can type it in our spreadsheet.
That is great. I'm glad you specified as a pet. That's great.
What do you prefer as a pet? So you can see I have some numbers and some words in here already. How often in class are we asked, Darren, to go around and do maybe some statistics or some data gathering? And so we have to go and find out everybody's favorite pizza flavors or what you want to be able to do.
We got the results are pouring in. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs so far. Sloan says dogs all day long.
All day long.
Angela says dog. Matthew says dog. So that's 1, 2. We got 4 dogs, 2 fish.
Okay, I'm gonna add some fish.
Thanks, Colin. Thanks, Avery from St. Andrews.
Yeah.
And then we have only 2 cats, Emily and Candace. Thanks.
That was crazy. This morning it was like all cats. There was like 57 people wanted cats.
another dog. You can pump that one up.
Nice. This is great.
We're learning lots about our results are coming in. Trish, if we could see, there's 0 chickens right now.
Come on, I've got 6 backyard chickens. They all have names. They follow me around my yard.
They make great awesome. Pets. So you better change that chicken to 0. So unless that's your
that's my answer. I'm leaving my answer in. I'm leaving my answer in. This is great. And we're getting more dogs. Dogs
we got 3 more, so we're up to 13 with dogs.
Okay, I love this. I love this.
And hey, Trish, if we wanted just to add that up really quickly, could we change our sum instead of being like that A7 column, whatever? Could you make it?
We could, or I could even create a different sum underneath of it. I can say equals. And all of a sudden, of course, I've got my lovely little, my function board up here. So I've got equals. I've chosen a sum. I choose these ones and I say, okay.
Perfect.
Isn't that kind of cool? And I love that right now we've got Connor who's like, we're missing a bunny. We need a bunny in here. So you know what? Guess what I can do? I can add a bunny. I can put another. There we go. We got a bunny. This is fantastic. This is so great.
And Connor in grade 6 wants to vote several times, right? Like he wants to, can you add 40 fish? Like,
40 fish? Sure, Connor. I can add 40 fish. There we go. 40 fish, whatever we want. It's all adding up. So
and our total is our total 60 right now? Oh, yeah, it does. It works out right to 60.
This is great. This is great. So perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. So now what I want to do is I want to be able to create a chart. And I can get out posters, markers, I can do the whole thing. But if I go ahead and I select all of those cells that has the name of the animal and has the number of responses, what I can do is I can go up to my insert menu in the top left.
Insert.
And then I'm looking in the middle, and where it says recommended charts. And it's so smart. It's going to make charts for us, and we can even play around with which ones we like. So for example, if I wanted to create a column or a bar chart, it's like, oh, well, which style do you want? Oh, look at here. Do you want a 3D column? Look at it visualized our data for us, so I can see this in that form.
That's so good.
I can also go ahead.
Or I was just say Sloan has 3 dogs. So I love that.
Whoa, I love it. I'm going to go ahead and say recommend chart. Look, I can do a pie. Maybe I want a pie chart. And you can start to see, oh, whoa, people, that was a lot of fish. This was great. 40 fish really added up. But I can move my charts around. What's interesting is if I was to go and change some of these numbers,
Boom.
It's live. So I can go ahead and say, no, more people like chickens. My charts are going to move and stay live as I manipulate those numbers. So it's not like when I make a poster and then I'm, oh, darn, my numbers changed.
4 more people said cookie, like chocolate chip. Now I got to change it all
This way I can look at that data, but it's called live data, which means I can change it. And just like in my sum, it kept adding, no problem. Same thing here with being able to do it this way. So I really love being able to put together charts. I think that's so, so fun. And it just makes our data come to life. But I've got 2 more things that we're going to do. We have 5 minutes left of our Sheets Geek skills practice. And for anyone out there that's still working away with us, I absolutely love that you are working with this. Yeah. We're going to go ahead. I want to show you. We're having fun. Would you say we're having fun, Darren?
Yeah. And I think St. Andrews is just rocking and rolling over there. So thank you. This. Great to hear you from St. Andrews. They're doing great.
You know what I don't think is fun? Typing. I'm not great at typing, Darren. I want to be able to do this quickly. And so something we can do, if I was to select the cell K1, where it says fun, if I was to take my mouse and line it up, not so that white plus that I see, but if I line it up in the bottom right-hand corner of that cell, it turns into like a little black crosshairs.
Yeah, crosshairs.
And I can click and drag down, and it will copy all my fun.
So
do that again. There can never be too much Darren. We need more Darren all day long. So I've got Darren in a cell. I line up my crosshairs in the bottom right-hand corner of that cell. I just click, drag it down, Darren.
And can you drag it? Can you drag it the other way too? Drag it right as well.
You can. You can drag it this way, and it'll copy Darren. Up and down, left to right. It absolutely works. This is so great. But there's one more trick. You can do the exact same thing with, say, counting. Do you see where I have the number 1 and the number 2 in the M column?
Perfect.
If I select both of those, and then I line up my crosshairs in the bottom right-hand corner of the cell, I can drag down, and it created a number list for me. I can even do that with alphabet letters. If I start with 2, I just drag them down, and it'll just copy. Isn't that great?
Cool.
Copy things. It's really, really fun. Give that a try. Look at how messy our sheet is. I love this, because you know what this means? We played. We were experimenting. We were testing things out and seeing if it works.
And we have a few more for Zainab. Also wants chickens. And Trish, how many eggs? How many eggs do you get in the morning?
I get generally 5 eggs a day.
5 a day.
I have 6 chickens, so I think someone's always taking a day off. I don't know, but I'm gonna add another chicken. And look, remember, my data is gonna change. Oh yeah, we've got Jeannie. Jeannie, I don't know if you want 6 dogs, you have 6 dogs, or you're voting for 6 dogs, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put Jeannie's votes in. I believe in Jeannie. I love it. And every time my chart changes, my sum's changing. It's live data. We've even got Jeannie wanting another bunny. Yes, let's pump up bunny. I hope everyone's having fun playing with this and making charts. We can make math awesome when we can visualize it. This is so great. And I don't know about you, Trish, but that's one of the first things I do with like a grade 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 class. Even we do charts. We add things up. We do polls like, what's your favorite cookie? Oh, Zainab says we should include a hamster. Well, we should have had you at the beginning, Zainab, because that's true. That was my pet when I was a kid. Ziggy was my first pet. So let's get to what now we're hopefully getting a little bit more used to this. We're not scared. We've got our sheet open. That's Trish, right. Are we going to go and let's start making our wacky sentences, these Mad Libs? This is going to be super fun. I'm really pumped for this. Super fun. And you know what's great about this is we are using a really great technology tool to make language arts be awesome. And so really what we're focusing on for the next portion of our last half hour is we are going to be looking at word choices and parts of speech. And you found these great graphics for us, Dee, just to be able to figure out what are these parts of speech. Well, in my class,
we would sing the song. Noun, a person, place, or thing. Adjectives describe all those nouns. Me, a pronoun to change it up. Verb, an action word like run. Adverbs describe how action's done. Conjunctions like and I can't remember how it all goes, but and or but or so. So we had the little song. We try to remember nouns, a person, place, or thing. So I made those purple.
Yes.
And then in the Cranky Billy Goat is a noun. Stink bomb is a noun. So those two are our nouns from that sentence. And then if you look at cranky and hydraulic, we've got two adjectives, things that are describing those nouns. So, you know, you always get pretty, blue. Those are always like the stand. Well, I guess those are yours. Pretty Trish with blue hair. But you always get those adjectives that describe those nouns. And then we get our verbs. And of course, we all know those are action words. And then adverbs are the ones that are describing how that verb is done. So sulkily or sillily and all those sort of things. And I was thinking earlier, like, which books have like the best crazy sentences? And I would probably say it's the Captain Underpants series, right? I know there was one that was really funny where it was almost it was like a formula where you would take your name and you take the first letter and that would give you whatever your new Captain Underpants name was, and then your last that would give you another one. So my name turned into something really silly, and I always thought that was really fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna be thinking about nouns, verbs, adjectives, these parts of speech.
Okay.
We are gonna be making a little sentence with it.
I love it. And so if I go back to our little sheet, our spreadsheet formula fun. I think we've got all of our friends at St. Andrews are ready to go. All of our other friends joining us. This is so fun. We're celebrating our brilliance here.
Yep. If you're not sure what you're doing, just phone a friend at St. Andrews.
This is great. But what we're looking for is just like I showed you at the beginning of our session. At the very bottom, you see those tabs to the different workbooks. And you're going to see one that's purple and it says Sheet 1. When I click that, I can see that Darren has made us a great space to start thinking about our words. But Darren, you know what I really loved? I loved your poster. I love that you were able to like color code some things. Do you think I can color code our chart here just to help us with our thinking?
I think you should.
Okay. So I'm going to use this little fill bucket, and I think you had nouns. I remember those being purple.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to make sure that we've got some purple text here. We're gonna do our nouns. Fantastic. What color were the adjectives? Those words that describe nouns.
Can you do one more thing for me? Can you make your letters white?
So I sure can. Yeah. I can make them white. You can make
just the top one.
You can make anything you want.
Boom. Okay, can see that better. And then we had our what do you want to do next? Adjectives were blue already. Already blue.
They're already blue. Okay, so I'm going to leave them blue. So we're going to make all of our writing here. We're going to make this be blue, and we're going to make this one be white for Darren. Love this. Fast you're going.
Perfect. And students, you don't have to change these colors. This is just Trish is just
visualize.
And verbs, I had them as kind of like a cyan green.
We're going to call it green. We're going to call it green, Darren. I know you're a designer. You're much better at, I don't want to fill them full color. We want to change the text. We're going to make those ones be a nice green. Oh, I love this. Here we go.
Yeah, kind of buying you some time. Get to the right sheet. Make sure you're on sheet 1.
I'm giving people some time. And what about our adverbs? Those are orange, right?
Orange. Yeah, make them orange.
Make them orange. We get some nice orange.
Beauty.
There we go. I like that we are visualizing today. We're making some things happen. This is so great. Love it. Okay. Beautiful. We've got a space to work, and we want to be able to hear from our friends. So I think we've already got Kabir in there.
Yes.
And Kabir has already started off. He's given pepperoni. I can't, did I make all that column white? Hold on. That's like making me crazy.
Yeah.
Doot, 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 doot. Watch me be crazy here. Here we go. Pepperoni. Pepperoni. So what we want is we want you to come on over to our form. And we're looking for a noun. Give us a noun, that person, that place, that thing. Give us a noun, throw it in the form. We want to be able to add it to our word list. Now, if you're following along with us, you can create your word list completely on your own. You can be creating it together as a class. Maybe you have an elbow partner that you're working with. You might hear us say some words. You're like, oh yeah, I'm going to put that in my sheet too. So that's completely yours. It doesn't have to be exactly ours, but we want to hear from you and we want to put in some of those nouns. So head over to the cc.page/answer1 and let's see if we've got some of our friends giving us some more nouns.
Is it answer one or answers one?
Darren's going to check.
Answer one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All good.
Perfect.
So, T, can you show us what happens on the Mad Lib, the blue? Now that you've added pepperoni.
Yes.
Thank you. Who was that again? That
Kabir.
was Kabir. If you go to Mad Lib Generator, what I've done
is across the bottom, the little blue one.
Pulling pepperoni in. And right now, our sentence is not too exciting. The something pepperoni, something, the something pepperoni.
Okay. But this is really neat because you built this. You're inspired by an Instructable video showing how to create a cool formula. Just like we did a sum formula, you created formulas to be able to generate words from another sheet. And so in here, we put pepperoni because it's telling me you put in one noun so far. Just one. And if I click on C2, I can see the formula that Darren made. Now, do not change that formula. Do not change that formula because you want to be able to, oh, I have to keep getting back out of this. I want to be able to keep Darren's formula because that's going to generate. But I can see, how did he create that formula? What did he use to make this? Just like you made a sum formula. Now you've got to see one that we can use for things like, say, words. So I like that we're starting to see how this happens, but I think we need some more nouns. What nouns should we put in here? Take a look around your space. Take a look around where you are. What are some more nouns we can put in?
We've got bagpipe here. Or bagpipes. Probably we put bagpipes. Maybe.
Bagpipes. Okay.
Okay. Give us some nouns, my friends, and if they're unusual and fun, that'd be great. Tentacle.
Tentacle. This is great.
Okay. Thanks. Keep adding nouns. Interesting, fun nouns to our answer.
Fantastic. And we can just keep typing here. So if I wanted to put in here and I wanted to be able to put, perhaps I want a brown egg because that's what I picked out of my chicken's nest this morning. If I made a mistake when I'm typing inside of one of my cells, just remember, if you go back to your cell and you double click on it, you can edit your cell and you can keep typing again on it. You don't have to delete it and start over again. Just double click the cell and it will allow you to keep typing. So let's list some more, D. You've got some great ideas. I know our friends are working away on their sheets as well. Let's put some more nouns in here.
All right. So please help us if you can. We do need nouns from you. The cc.page, answer one. I got some nouns for you, T.
Let's do it.
Maybe. Let's see. Do I have nouns? I do. How about boogeyman?
Ooh, maybe we're doing a little bit of some spooky story writing.
Mia's giving us, Mia's giving us puppy.
Oh,
Matthew's giving us CN Tower. Natalie wants to throw some pizza in there. And Colin wants to throw a Walmart. Can we see our sentences just like that? What does that give us so far? So
let's go look. I'm going to go look at our Mad Lib generator. And now I can see we have 9 nouns. This the blank CN Tower, blank, the blank tentacle.
It's starting to get interesting.
This is getting interesting. And I can start to use the control plus. If I start saying control plus, look what it's doing, D. It's randomizing it. Oh, this is exciting. I'm starting to see the magic happen. Do we have our friends giving us some more? I see we have some more coming in. What am I typing?
Ooh, trash can. I like that one. Poppy, brick, coconut. I like that one, Mia. That's good.
Coconut. I love this.
These are some great nouns now. Trash can. I like that too. Oh, did you get trash can already?
I did trash can. Yeah, I got trash can in. This is fantastic.
Coconut. Just Sophia, just cat. Just simple.
Cat. We need simple ones too. This is fantastic.
All right, I think it's time. We've got enough. That's plenty. We got 14. I think we need to start describing.
Oh.
So can you give us some adjectives? What kind of cat? What kind of, like, what are these things? And if we can make them the adjectives like cranky or babbling or
Yes.
fantastical, disruptive. Let's get some adjectives now, some describing words. So let's describe our nouns.
Let's describe our nouns. Let's put those in there. This is great. So we're going to put in some of those describing words. I know we're getting even more of those nouns in there. We've got grass. This is fantastic. Thank you,
Potato.
Alex. Desk. School. Potato.
Nilea. That's funny. Potato. Perfect. What kind of potato? How about lazy for our adjectives? Let's get into our blue now. Let's get some adjectives.
Lazy. That's okay. A lazy. Yeah, I love that.
We have buzzing. Rubbery. So we're doing adjectives now. I love these ones that you gave us. Oh, wow. A whole bunch just came in. Scary.
Oh, good. Okay.
And Mia's got fast. Blue.
Woohoo! Fantastic, friends. This is so great. Look at all our friends in here.
We have some great Doctor and Shop from Tisha and Sinartha. Thank you.
I love Sus is back. We have some.
Sus is back. Yep.
This is great. We have some friends that want to play Among Us. Something sus. Got it in there.
Sus Pizza did something at the Walmart. I love it. We got lazy and blue. Did you get blue already? Yes, you did.
I got blue. I got lazy. Fantastic. Oh, I love smart.
Connor's very positive. Thanks, Connor, for that one. Creepy. Perfect.
Creepy's
hey,
great.
Trish, let's look at what we have so far for our sentences now.
Okay,
so
let's
added some adjectives.
So I've got my adjectives. I've got my nouns. I'm going to go over to my Lib Generator tab. And now I can see I have 9 adjectives, 18 nouns, and look at, I'm already starting to see wacky sentences.
So good. The rubbery brown egg, something, something, the sus grass.
Oh, I can even fill that in. What happened? And if I hit Control Plus, ooh.
Shout out to Connor. Hey, Connor's just giving us some excellent stuff.
This is fantastic. I'm loving this.
Oh, I like that. The rubbery bagpipes, the slush trash can. Superior. Emily, that's a great one. Superior.
I need to go back and add some of these words. So we've got superior.
Now we need some, I think let's get some verbs. Like, what are these people doing? What's going on? These.
Okay, let's do it. Yes,
I'm expecting lots from Connor and Mia and Emily and Ethan. They got lots of cool ones. Now, can we get some verbs? And let's not get boring verbs. Let's do like, Hannah wants to add monkey. Let's throw monkey into our nouns.
Absolutely.
But if you can do something cool like ambushed for verbs or, morphed, let's get some awesome. And actually, when you're going to do this, this is what I found. If you put morphed, you might have to put morphed into.
We can have like a little phrase.
Yeah.
If we do action phrase.
Action phrase. So danced and danced across.
Like that. I like that.
Beautiful.
We can have some of those simpler verbs too. So if you're thinking, I don't even know what the word morphed means. I haven't even learned that in school yet. Don't even worry. We want to think of those verbs, those action words. So we can have things like running, jumping. That's no problem. You can put those words in too, because those are also awesome verbs. So don't worry if it's big words you don't know. We can be able to put those in. This is fantastic.
And those ones, the ones that are going to work best are ran, because you got to think it's ran, or ran into.
Like that, ran into.
Or ran past, jumped on.
Okay, let's do jumped on.
Ejected from.
Oh, good one. Ejected.
Oh, Connor's got stapled. I love that, stapled. These are going to be so perfect.
Stapled. This is great.
All right. Let's see what our sentences are now. Or you have to put slept or slept in.
Slept.
Or slept. Yeah, slept. Drove into. And that's the only thing I found, Trish, when I did this at first. If I just did the verb by itself, it didn't make the most sensical sentences. But once I added the intos and all that sort of stuff.
I love this. We've got Hannah and Daniel and Emily. They're catching up with some of our nouns here. We're going to go ahead and add a goldfish. I love this. Goldfish. And we've got a notebook. This is awesome. I like fell off. Good one.
Yeah.
Fell off. Thank you, Mia. Beautiful.
Oh, cool. So do we have some cool sentences now, even with that?
Let's go check. Let's go check. So I'm going to go to our Mad Lib generator. And so we've got 12 adjectives, 21 nouns, 10 verbs. Let's see what happens. I'm going to start to look, Control plus, the colorful poppy blank danced across the superior school.
Oh.
Sus pizza
Freaking
blank
so great.
slept the creepy pepperoni. Like it.
It should be slept on, maybe, if we go back.
Yeah, we can
if it
fix
doesn't
that.
make sentence, you can go.
That's
Go
what
back.
you'll notice. If something doesn't make quite sense, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go back and fix that. So I'm gonna go find slept, and I'm gonna say slept on or slept in. That will work too.
Flew into. Great. Yeah. Thanks, Connor. Connor's like the superstar, giving us all these words.
I love this.
How did we do these things? Was it lazily? Was it sleepily? Was it disgustedly?
We're describing the verbs like quickly.
If you have a Captain Underpants book in your class, you might want to grab it and like, what would Captain Underpants author say? I can't remember. What's his name?
Angrily. What else do we have? So now we are looking for adverbs. Give us those words that describe how we did something. So, how quickly did we run? I quickly danced across. I sleepily jumped on. So we're thinking, how did we do that?
Okay, foolishly.
Well, good one.
We have sillily. Or silly could be our adjective, I guess.
Okay, like that. Colorfully, love that.
Connor, you're our new best friend. You're the best, man. Oh, Sloan's got underpants. There we go.
This is so great. And so, Natalie, one of the things you're going to notice is you're going to see we're not combining the words. We're just making a list of the words. Then we're looking down at the bottom of our workbook and looking for that blue tab that says Mad Lib Generator. And look, Dee, we've got whole sentences now.
Oh, that's
the colorful pepperoni lazily morphed into the sus coconut.
Oh, angrily. I like that. Ethan's got angrily, sadly, said Mia. Oh, these are
good.
Great. And every time you press Control plus, it's just gonna it's counting your verbs and then all of your things.
This is an interesting one. The sus pizza quickly ejected from the smart monkey.
Is that a nice way to say the monkey threw up?
Maybe a little bit. I was like, where did it eject from? I don't know. But Dee, can I show you something fun we can do once we find a sentence we really like? So if I really like the sentence, maybe I want to use it as an inspiration to write a story, or maybe I'm writing a cool news article, or maybe I'm having to invent a product, or whatever that is. I need that inspiration. One thing I like to do is I like to have a picture to help me think of that prompt. And so something we can do inside of Excel is we can insert a picture. And so you can go up to your insert menu. You can find pictures and you can choose online pictures. And so, yes, you could create a picture. You could take a picture. Maybe you did some cool art and you want to be able to take a picture with your device and add it. You can do that, of course. But I'm going to use online pictures and it's going to open up Bing. And now I could go find a picture of a monkey. I don't know. I'm going to try it with pizza. Who knows? This might happen. I don't even know. Is that monkey eating a piece of pizza? It might be. This is great. Let's insert this. Yes. It's eating a berry. I was like, is that really eating a piece of pizza? But listen, this is kind of that idea, but I can put in a picture. I can resize this picture. I can have an image be able to be whatever I want it to be. There it is. Now I've got a picture with my Mad Lib generator that's going to go with it. And now we can use it as inspiration to be able to write and to be able to put things together. I'm starting to think of things like, imagine making cool poems or cool stories or cool news articles. I want to read that newspaper article, Darren, about a pizza ejecting from a smart monkey. I really want to know what this is going to be.
Connor's throwing some cool ones. And when we were doing this earlier, one of the classes from Ontario, Miss Oliviera's class, they gave us a really cool one. I thought, that's almost like a poem. So over lunch, Trish, today, I actually went to mine. I made it. This is not going to be in your spreadsheet, but I threw some haikus. I put instead of nouns, I put 5 syllables. 7 syllables, and then 5 syllables. And I
Fun.
changed all my formulas. And so now when I do this, when I do my control, an old silent pond, sad, redeemed in wasting, clay, a poppy bloom. So I made, oh,
This
look at this,
is
a
so
world
great.
of dew, and within every dewdrop, a world of struggle. So I made a haiku generator, just with that same idea, but just with.
Maybe we could do a snack generator where I can put what I want for breakfast, lunch, supper, a snack, and it will generate all of the ingredients I want for something. Like, we can have a lot of fun, but we want to hear from our friends again, because now that you have made your sentence and maybe you have a cool image to go with it, we want to hear from you. Send us your sentence so we can make a group crazy Mad Lib story. We want to give shout outs to all of you for making this Mad Lib generator work. Go ahead and send us your sentence, and we're going to add it here on our page. Let's hear some of these ones, and we're going to start putting them in. And I love how crazy these can get. Should I grab ours and put it in? What was ours again?
Grab one, yeah.
The sus pizza quickly ejected from the smart monkey. Okay, that's what I have to remember.
Okay, so you're going to go to a form and we're going to type that in. You're going to, okay, the sad.
Here we go.
The sus pizza.
Okay, yeah, you have to help me.
The sus pizza.
Sus pizza.
How was it ejected?
It was ejected. Well, was it ejected? Quickly?
Yeah, it was quickly ejected.
I gotta look at it again.
Already. Yeah.
Quickly ejected from the smart monkey. Okay, I love this. Quickly ejected. Go here. From the smart monkey. Let's hear from some of our friends. We can have some fun. We can even combine our sentences, seeing if we can move them around and actually create kind of a wacky paragraph or a story or a news article. So send us yours. Go to the cc.page/answer1 and put in there, what was your crazy Mad Lib sentence? Give us your favorite so that we can put yours in there. Emily, my kitten Atticus is being so naughty right now. She is scratching up my socks and playing with the Christmas tree. She's just a baby. She's only 5 months old. And yes, she is sus. Atticus is sus today.
If you go back to our spreadsheet, and you can control plus, you can get another sentence, right? Just another.
I can keep making more sentences as I want. The superior bagpipes foolishly jumped on the lazy goldfish.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm wondering if Connor has one yet.
This is so great.
We got one.
If you are looking for words, I just want to let you know, don't panic. If you're thinking, I can't think of the words, we have a little extra for you. Darren and Trish always have extra. And so you can see on the green tab our master list of nouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs. You can borrow from ours and paste them into yours. So don't let yourself feel down if you don't have it yet. But Dee, I feel like we've got some friends making some cool ones here. What do we got?
Cheeseburger. We have. I put them in the. Can you copy from this comments? You're not doing so much typing.
Oh, I'm in the sheet, so I've got this.
Worries.
Absolutely,
you got it. Yeah. So I love these ones. Sloan has. I think that's Sloan. My thing's in there.
The creepy sus pizza ran on Walmart.
That's so good.
I love this one. I've got one from Lydia. The colorful egg danced across the buzzing goldfish. So good.
Oh, good job, Lydia. The tired Minecraft angrily fell on top of the selfish eggs.
Yes. I'm starting to really think of some really, really great things. Colin, you're making me want a cheeseburger for lunch. I'm telling you, this is what I'm looking for. I love that we've got some really interesting vocabulary. And the more interesting you make your words, the more interesting your sentences are.
Yeah, like the
brass knuckles hollering, doubtfully dabbled, the doohickey splattering. I don't even know what that means. I love that. Keep them coming. This is great. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for that one, Ethan. Avery, the slippery fish funnily exploded the sus Minecraft.
I love these ideas of doing something different, and just there was one sound engineer who used to do that. He worked with like U2 and all these fancy bands, but he had a box of cards and they'd be recording in the recording studio with these ginormous superstars, and he'd pull out a card and it would say water. and okay, we're doing the next thing we record has something to do with water, or water
Wow.
sounds are incorporated, and they would change how they're doing. So I'm not saying you have to write about a slippery fish, but you can maybe, if you're lacking ideas, just go to these crazy words and maybe something will, like, I'm getting my mind sparking. Don't you feel the synapses going, Trish, with these?
Well, and this is the thing. I'm thinking maybe we're inventing a board game and we have to use some of these elements as part of the board game card. How do you turn it into an action card?
Yeah.
Maybe we're selling a new product. Maybe we are creating a song, a poem, a story. So exciting just to be able to see what kind of things you can do. Now, as people are getting your sentences, we do want to show you a couple of things. And one of those is that if you want to make this
Sophia.
from scratch, and you want to do what Darren did, we were inspired. You can see in the speaker notes, we were inspired by Instructables that made a Mad Lib robot using Excel. And Dee has put together the step by step of what you need to do if you wanted to, especially some of our students from some of the older grades, if you wanted to be able to open up a brand new Excel workbook and you wanted to create your own robot generator, call it a poetry generator, a snack generator, a story generator, an activity generator where you're going to put in things like whatever you want to be able to do.
Oh my gosh, I love that idea, Trish, with the snack. You'd have like Fruit Loops and
Oh, yeah.
ice cream and
Oh.
like just a full list, and like, well, for snack at our sleepover, we're having boom.
You got it. You got it.
Oh my
And
goodness,
so what's
look at
so
these coming in.
exciting, you're going to be able to make it, follow those steps. That's for you after today. We do have a few more responses from our friends as we're wrapping up here in just our last 5 minutes.
Look at
I
Nolan's
love
Trish.
our students doing this.
The wafting canoe badly played the creepy pepperoni.
Oh, that is great. Thank you, Nolan,
Simmer
for
deep, I
that
like yours too.
one.
The generous mom quietly slept. The corgis, Julia. The sus eggs colorfully ran away. The colorful potato. Get out of here, potato. Love it, Mia. Thanks for that. Super fun.
Love this.
The weird burger slowly left the cool house. Zainab. Oh, that's. Oh,
You guys
so
are making me
much fun.
hungry. I want to write some stories. I actually kind of like the idea of like creating, like selling a product. Like I'm making something that I have to try to use for some persuasive writing. I think that's really neat.
Oh, Connor got pizza twice. The smart pizza danced across the sus pizza.
Oh,
Pizza
maybe it's
party
pizza
fan.
versus pizza. And it's like we're inventing a video game. And, you know, this is like pizza versus pizza would be a fun. Then, you know, all of a sudden comes out the pineapple pizza, which we know causes major havoc amongst the pizza world. This is great. I
Wednesday
love it.
cookie. And Victor's
So
there.
good.
All right, some of these students are coming from, yeah, nice.
I love it. I love it. And so we know that everyone is probably watching this at different speeds. We know we've paused the video at different points. So if you didn't get your shout out yet, if you're still putting those words in yet, we haven't called your name. We see those words coming in for people who are just in the beginning part of the lesson. So thank you, Victor and Sophia and Sarah and Samit. This is so fantastic because you're in that other part of the video. We love it. And we're so happy you're exploring. This is on YouTube. So you can replay it. You can rewind it. You can watch it at your own pace. You can get those links from us. And we really hope today helped you feel a little better about using Excel because it's not scary. Actually, it's powerful. It lets you do powerful math, powerful formulas, powerful automation, powerful charts and graphs. I hope you get to use this in your class again because it is just so much fun.
And Trish, I find that anytime there's a task and you're thinking, boy, I sure don't want to copy out all these words and delete all the numbers that I copied and pasted by hand and then change it from uppercase to lowercase, because that's what I did. You know, instead of doing it by hand, I'm thinking, I bet you there's a way to do it in a spreadsheet. And guess what?
There is.
There is.
There is
Super
a
easy.
way.
So it's almost like
there is a way.
If you're smart enough to learn the little formula, you're smart enough to avoid a whole bunch of work.
You got it. Because I can even go to your master list and I could say, you know what? All of column A, I'm going to make all of that text purple. Look how quickly I could make those nouns purple because I just selected that and was able to do it. So easy. We hope that this was a great start to your Excel journey. And we know that we are going to hopefully see all of our friends in upcoming co-taught lessons.
Fantastic.
We have lots of them you can check out, from coding to creativity to language arts and math. Check out the Cobblestone Collective and make sure that you come back for another one. We want to see all of our friends again. So thank you to all of our teachers out there who took on something in this crazy week before winter break. But
Absolutely.
thank you for everything.
And yeah, you can follow us on Twitter too. And we've got some fun activities. I know we were doing gnomes, digital art, and we're doing all kinds of fun things. And maybe you're thinking, what else could I do in Sheets that's fun? Well, you could do conditional formatting art. We did Minecraft art with that. We have other activities on Cobblestone for that, if you look at our YouTube channel. So much fun. Thank you for joining us.
And if you run into any troubles or have any questions, please remember, teachers, if you email help@cobblestonecollective.ca, they will absolutely help you with those questions. They'll find that resource, give you that answer. We always have a team member manning that email channel. So thank you very much for that. And we hope all of you have a great rest of your school day. And we hope you're all a lot warmer than we are here.
Yeah, enjoy. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and one last shout out to Colin and Connor and Avery and everyone else from St. Andrews. So thanks for participating, everybody who is in there, and take care. Thanks, Trish. You were awesome.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.